Is it just me, or has this season in the NBA been freaking fantastic so far? 11 more games today and so much to discuss. We start in Milwaukee. Bucks won yesterday. They're going for 2 in a row now without Damian Lillard and Giannis starting with a mid-range. Bucks found themselves in an early double-digit hole, but Giannis digging them out of it. Mid-range magic. This season's Pistons, though, not looking too shabby themselves, coming off that nail-biter against the Heat. Pistons with a double-digit lead late in the second, but Giannis continuing to do a little bit of everything, defense to offense. Third quarter, Pistons up by 15 and continuing to propel ahead, the former Milwaukee Buck in the corner. Detroit was up by 18 early in the third, but the Bucks climb back and the Splash Mountain 3 gives them the lead. This one would get crazy in the fourth, and this is just straight determination from the Greek Freak. Bucks up by 3, 7 minutes to go. He has gotten better and better every year from the mid-range. Bucks up by 4, 5 minutes to go. No scarier sight in basketball. The freight train going down the tracks. The Pistons are used to the nail-biters, and they are unfazed. Cade with a deep 2 to give them a 2-point lead. Crazy sequence down the stretch. Pistons down by 3, 30 seconds to go. Shot clock winding down, and somehow Marcus Sasser ties it. And now this play. Cade Cunningham with the late inbound and a foul called on Giannis, sending Ron Holland to the free throw line. It was a tie game, so all the rookie has to do is make a free throw to end it. But my goodness, he looks so nervous at the line. He misses the first, he misses them both. We go to overtime. And in overtime, you can't give the greats multiple opportunities. Giannis the block, then Giannis in transition, finding Splash Mountain the logo 3. Bucks up by 5, 3 minutes to go. Giannis saying enough is enough, a 3 of his own. This is why it's hard for me to count this team out. When you have an all-time great, to me, you have a chance. It's got to be the best performance we've seen this season, right? 59, 14, and 7. Giannis putting the city of Milwaukee on his broad shoulders. This night was full of drama. Now we go to Philly, where the Sixers looking to end the Cavs' perfect season, and they were doing it with their rookie, Jared McCain, leading the charge. Midway through the second quarter, Sixers find themselves up by 5, and here he is. Remember, if you're balling like this, you can make as many TikToks as you want. Sixers up 6. Moments later on the other end, Cleveland sloppy to start. McCain in the lane with the steal, and McCain the layup. For a team that was 2-8 coming into this one without their 3 best players, they sure weren't playing like it. McCain with the 3 there, now shot clock winding down. McCain, what a special player he's looking like. But then in the fourth, the Cavs start to say enough is enough. Ty Jerome for 3. Cleveland up by 3 with only 3 minutes to go, and it's time to put them to bed. Donovan Mitchell, the corner triple. It was a fantastic effort from Jared McCain and the Sixers, but now Mitchell introduces McCain to NBA life. Cleveland 13-0. So we already saw Giannis go crazy. We saw the Cavs go 13-0, but that might not have even been the story of the night, because Victor Wembanyama had a career-high 50 points. I made a separate video all about this if you want to check it out. Great game in Cleveland, a great game in Milwaukee, and a thriller in New York where the Knicks looking for a back-to-back win. Just like last night against the Sixers, Karl Anthony Towns starting it off in style, but how about Zach LaVine? This Bulls team may be under 500, but they are feisty. Bulls with an early lead in this one, and now it's Josh Giddey's turn. Ball swings around the perimeter, Giddey stepping back for 3. Bulls up by 8 late in the second quarter, and more from Zachary LaVine. If you don't think this man can help a contender somehow, some way, you might need to get your eyes examined. LaVine was putting on an offensive clinic in this first half, and he's not done yet. Third quarter and more from the baby Bulls. Kobe White the steal, and it's LaVine in the Garden. Later in the third, who says he doesn't play defense? LaVine the block, Bulls up by 20 and charging ahead some more. Final seconds of the third, next thing you know, the Knicks have climbed out of the hole and Karl Anthony Towns has got them on their feet. Now it's all tied up in the fourth with 7:30 to go, and the big bodega with another masterpiece. Had putting them ahead, but now the Bulls up by 3 and Zach LaVine unfazed. Back and forth they go, Bulls up by 3, 2 minutes to go, and Cat versus Zach. Now it would all come down to this, all tied up with 10 seconds to go, and it's Brunson providing the heroics. All the Knicks need is a stop and they win the game, but they commit a silly foul on a 3. Kobe White would make all 3 clutch free throws. Knicks now down by 1 with a chance to win it at the buzzer. And oh my goodness, I can't believe Brunson missed. Heartbreaking loss for the Knicks at home, but my goodness, Karl Anthony Towns, I wonder how the Wolves fans feel about it right about now. Here's in Memphis tonight, story of the game, who else? I made a separate video all about this game and this man on my page if you want to check it out. Boston coming off a surprising loss at home and finding themselves down by 13 early. There's no way the Celtics are going to lose 2 in a row, right? Jason Tatum would not let that happen. Final seconds of the first quarter, Celtics charging back thanks to their MVP candidate. Nets still hovering around in the second quarter though, up by 3, Pritchard to Tatum from that left wing. Speaking of Peyton Pritchard, he's got to be up there for 6th man of the year. Celtics starting to expand their lead in the second half and more from Tatum. He was magnificent once again. They had to earn this one after a slow start, but unlike last night against the Hawks, they closed this one out in style. Another MVP-type performance by Tatum, 36, 10, and 9. Suns in Sacramento tonight dealing with the Kings without Kevin Durant and Bradley Beal. And early on, Devin Booker the turnover. Here come the Kings, De'Aaron Fox leading the charge. Suns are 1-1 without KD so far. Their only loss coming against the Kings last week, and early on more from the Kings defense. Suns down by 7 late in the first quarter, but their role players stepping up in a major way. A big night for Josh Okogie. Kings with an 11-point lead in this second quarter, and Red Velvet with a big night. Gotta give Phoenix credit though, because in the third quarter, they're still hovering around. Booker the and 1 to tie it. Late in this second half, the Kings would start to propel ahead. Keegan Murray the big block, and then Sabonis to Red Velvet the reverse. Kings continuing to outwork the Suns on the offensive glass. Fox the rebound, Sabonis for 3. Still in the third quarter, 2 minutes to go, De'Aaron Fox with a hit ahead to Trey Lyles. And speaking of De'Aaron, DeMar DeRozan got hurt in this one, but De'Aaron put the team on his shoulders. A minute to go in the third, De'Aaron swinging it to Doug McDermott to Red Velvet. A great night from Kevin Huerter. The Kings would roll in the fourth, and Fox, the star of the show, 29, 10, and 6. The Suns are going to need a healthy Bradley Beal soon. Speaking of not healthy, the Pelicans, the unhealthiest and unluckiest team in the league, but they do have Trey Murphy back. Murphy's second game back, but they were going to need a lot more than him tonight in OKC. Thunder defense leading to offense, J-Dub to Lou Dort. I can't get enough of watching this Thunder defense. J-Dub with the steal, and the Thunder out and running. Check out the pass by J-Dub. Third quarter, it's only a 5-point game at this point, but the Thunder starting to run away. Cason Wallace to steal, and J-Dub finding his partner in crime, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And now J-Dub with the play of the night, doing his best Chet Holmgren impersonation. Not just 1 block, but how about 2 in a row? Thunder would roll by 18 in this one, and not too shabby for their starting center, J-Dub. Pacers and Magic today from Orlando, and early on, the Pacers starting to find their groove in this season. How about the rookie Johnny Furphy? Pacers up by 9, early stages of the second. McConnell no good, but the rookie Furphy again. Orlando had won 3 in a row coming into this one, and the story for them without Paolo has been Franz freaking Wagner. Fourth quarter, Magic up by 3, Franz doing his thing, so is Mo. And now this is what the Magic identity is all about. Scrap, heart, and hustle. Jalen Suggs on the floor, Jonathan Isaac for 3. It's a collective effort down the stretch tonight for the Magic, and don't look now, but they've won 4 in a row. Clippers and Rockets tonight. Clippers coming off a loss in Oklahoma City and the return of James Harden to Houston. Early in the first, Harden doing what he used to do for years for the Rockets. Clippers off to a great start, Harden with a 4-point play, but at the end of the first, the Rockets X-Factor, Tari Eason. If you haven't been paying attention, Tari Eason has been something else. It's not just Tari. When they go to this bench duo of Tari and Amen Thompson, things change. Late in the third quarter in this one, Rockets up by 8, Tari doing the dirty work, so Jalen Green rewarding him for his effort. Make that 3 wins in a row now for the Rockets, and this bench mob is something. My favorite performance of the night, though, was in Portland, where the Blazers looking for back-to-back wins over Minnesota. In a close game in the fourth quarter, the young Blazers took full command. Teams are going to start finding out very quickly that you cannot go at Klingon. Klingon, a dominant force in this fourth quarter, but the story of the game, Shaedon Sharpe. Shaedon had 33 points tonight and back-to-back wins over the Wolves. A career night for Shaedon Sharpe, 33 points, and how about the rookie? 8 blocks, 17 points, 12 boards for Kling.